Hey kids, welcome to another exciting episode of the Tipsy Irishman. At least I hope it is, but you know.
Relevant episode this week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got new releases. We don't.
We haven't
had new releases for a while.
We get lucky here and there. Little shout out to the old club there, Happy Juice. If you know who you are, you know who you are. We got our friend back there, Mr. Trace the Buffalo back there. Wink, wink. Kami, kami. We got our nice grinds here. If you don't know about me and you know about what we do here and what I do and what about this, it's go to getgrinds.com and check it out. When you get off the tobacco, the chewing tobacco, the smoking,
vapes,
the vapes,
all that, yeah.
all the bad stuff. This is bad enough. Let's not make it worse.
Yeah, right. One vice at a time.
Yeah,
One vice
well, I
at a
only
time.
got one vice. Well, go to getgrinds.com. In the tagline there in it, when you order your stuff, put in the Tipsy Irishman sent you. That'll help me, and hopefully it'll help you. And they're giving away stuff all the time, especially for holidays or anything. There's a weird
they're
holiday.
doing the 4th of July something.
They do a thing. They'll give you either free shipping or a free can, or sometimes 3. And if you subscribe and do all that, then they give you alerts to new products and new things. And even when you go to the what do you call them, customer service, it's not that, but something like that. You email them, they will put on your account like your favorite flavor. For instance, this is mine. I like the habanero mint. This is one of my ones I love the most. And they actually have a whiskey flavor, whiskey bourbon flavor. Those are my 2 right now that are my favorites, and that's on my account. So when those become back in, I immediately get an email and a text saying, "Come get them before they're gone again."
You know what email I got this week that was in stock?
What?
The new Wild Turkey Masters Keep.
Hey.
It was $325 shipped. I didn't buy it.
No.
He's
the master keep wizard, so it'll just show up somewhere.
It'll appear, but like $325 is steep, brother. Like things are going up. I'm not mad at Wild Turkey. I think Master Keeps are great. But yeah, it was just out of the price range this week. I've snagged a couple bottles from some buddies here the last 3-4 weeks, and so I've hit my limit probably until all of July as well. So I had to pass on it.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
He'll walk into a store somewhere on vacation and go, "Holy shit, let's get it."
I'm gonna be in North Carolina. It's a state run.
Oh yeah.
So they don't have nothing up there.
Actually, you might have better no.
Yeah, Crabtree will let us know. I'll hit up my buddy Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, and he watches those shows. He's up there all the time. He knows. He knows the deal with North Carolina. I'll hit up before I go.
That's true. He does do that.
This is one of the bottles that hit my June budget. So this is Little Book Chapter 8. This is a annual release from Booker's. We've talked about Booker's a bit. I'm a sucker for good packaging. The Little Book packaging is really, really cool. I like these little boxes. These make great Glencairn holders. You put them up this way and you can stack Glencairns in them. Take them to like get-togethers or whatever. But the box is cool. It looks great on the shelf. It takes up a shit ton of room. The really interesting part about these bottles is they are individually crafted by Freddie Noe up at Booker's. And so you never know what you're going to get year to year. Everyone is completely different. It could be bourbon, it could be rye, it could be a mix. So what we've got in front of us today, this is Little Book Chapter 5. Little Book Chapter 5, so they kind of put the chapter, it's going to be hard to see on the camera, but right here across the top, it'll tell you chapter, because it's Little Book. So this is Little Book Chapter 5, the invitation. And then on the bottle, you get this cool little hang tag.
Cool. I didn't notice that. Yeah.
That will give you a breakdown. I don't know if you can read that. You need your glasses? You want me to read it?
Oh, wait. Close up. I'm good.
So that gives you the breakdown of what's in this bottle by percentage.
So 2-year Kentucky straight bourbon, 3-year rye, straight rye, 5-year straight bourbon, and 15-year straight bourbon whiskey. So
this one hit.
There's a lot going on in there.
When this one hit the shelf, we got a lot of backlash initially for that 2-year whiskey.
Light linger of the warmth and smoked vanilla. Oh, I gotta say it like this.
Yeah, right. Put your pinky up. It had 2-year whiskey in it. I think we may have done Little Book on the show here. I don't remember. Maybe way back in the day.
I didn't know what it was when I first saw it.
Oh, okay.
Full disclosure, work at a liquor store, never heard it before.
Right. But this one got blowback because of the 2-year whiskey. I'm a Booker's fan. There's some that I like more than others. I don't get every release every year. They do 4 releases a year of their standard offering, which comes in around 100-ish bucks a bottle. I think it's around 112 now up at Total Wine. Cast strength, almost 7 years old. Jim Beam product, really, really good. This is an annual release, so the Little Book isn't elevated. It's personally crafted by Freddie. And
I love Booker's.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like we go to Cheesecake Factory. And every time I go there, it's like $15 a pour.
For like a 2 ounce?
A 2 ounce.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
$15, $14.99, $15. And every single time, it is a different Booker's.
Yeah. Johnny's is the same way.
They try to do that, I think. I don't know what. I don't know if I just get lucky. I don't go there enough that maybe I wait till they burn that bottle out and
yeah,
then I get lucky.
Burn through them quick.
But it's like, I love it because I love the proof on them. Most of them are like, 115, I think, a couple of them. And it's delicious. So I'm sure I will not be disappointed at all.
So the star of the show, and when we said this is relevant, this is Little Book Chapter 8. Little Book Chapter 8 just hit Florida about a week and a half ago. And it blew up.
So did we miss the other 3 chapters?
I didn't really chase them. I don't.
But there is the other.
Yeah, there's others.
So
there's
5 to this, so we're missing 2 chapters here.
This one I got out of the ABC Vault. That was the only way I was able to get it last time around. These, when they hit the little independent stores, they're on the shelf for $300. That's not retail, but that's what they try to sell them for because they are very limited. They may only get 1 or 2.
And you got this for under $200, correct?
This was under $200. This was like $169.99, I want to say. Where the standard Booker's is now around $112, $120-ish. For this to be $169,
yes, like I think $129 was the last Booker's I had.
Yeah, that's not a huge markup. And so the really interesting part to me about Chapter 8, and my buddies got their hands on it before I did, and we actually had it at a tasting, and the intriguing part to me is it is almost all rye. So when you look at the makeup of this one, this is a 4-year straight rye, a 5-year straight rye, I'm sorry, 3 different 5-year straight ryes. They have different style casks that they were aged in.
So it's almost an infinity bottle, kind of?
Sort of. A 7-year straight rye malt, an 11-year straight rye, and then a high rye 18-year bourbon.
So this should burn the shit out of me.
Jim Beam doesn't make a ton of rye products.
Too drunk.
And if you know much about the Booker's lineup, there is a Booker's rye. But that bottle goes for like...
You didn't do that. Did it say this ending?
No, the tasting notes?
No, it doesn't.
That Booker's rye is secondary around $2,000. That bottle's crazy expensive. They don't do a ton of rye. I think it was on this side.
Yeah, that's 3 years old, yeah.
Yeah, so this is from 2021. This is this year's release.
Oh, floral notes intermingled with sweet apricot and heavy oak. Now, I wish I would have read that because now that's all I'm going to see is apricot. That's apricot.
Maybe. I didn't get any of that when I tasted it. I didn't read the thing. The predominant note to me...
aroma is a complex blend of butterscotch, fresh dill, and toasted rye. Not a dill fan.
So
we'll find out.
That's so funny you said that. That's immediately what I picked up was a little bit of that dill pickle flavor, a little bit of that bubblegum mint. So this is a true rye.
That is the one thing that I saw. They like, what is the one thing on a burger that immediately will ruin it for you?
Is it pickle?
Pickle.
Really? I'll be interested to see what you think of this. So
pickle.
There's no real relation between these two when it comes to what's in the bottle. It's just a different variation.
Well, just from the description alone, they're two different. Completely different.
Completely different. So we're going to start with Chapter 5, which is in our Broken Barrel glasses.
Right?
I did. Yeah, I put them side by side.
Smells great.
Jim Beam, nutty. I mean, you can kind of get that nutty flavor right off the bat. Not overly astringent. The alcohol's not crazy high.
Don't tell me. I'm going to try to
Okay, you were trying to guess.
I want to taste it.
I never looked to see if they're proofed down to exactly. They're not. They're different. I was curious if they make them the same.
I'm going to kind of think they would be high because some of these ages are up there. So I would think it'd be a little high. But also, I'm not a fan. I used to drink for a while, for life, for 20 plus years. Jack. All day. Jack. Then I switched because I started doing bad things on Jack. And so I switched to Jim Beam.
Sure.
And I just got to where a Jim Beam was not my thing. I have had a ton. I brought some stuff for him that he's tried. I think we've done it on the show. Some stuff that's just low level Jim Beam that's blew both our socks off. And so I'm not opposed to Jim Beam. Just the generic Jim Beam off the shelf Jim Beam, the normal 80 proof. One
of your favorite pours is Jim Beam. There's Knob Creek Selects. Knob Creek is Jim Beam. You like those Knob Creeks. So I don't get any youth on the nose.
It's real mellow. I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to throw a number out, but I'm going to be surprised. I think I'm going to lowball it. I think
that 2-year whiskey's not coming through on the nose at all, which is kind of interesting.
What's the top on it? The top is 15 years. The top.
Yeah, they don't give you the percentage, so it could be 2% 2-year.
True.
And 2% 15. You have no clue.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, this is a good one. So
real fruity.
Very fruity, very vanilla.
And like right when it hit up and got into the skull, I got the super drippy, like wet, like.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's drying.
Yeah, it's a little drying. That oak is drying, so that you can taste that age. The oak is a little bit drying, which I don't mind. I don't mind that on an older bottle. The thing with these is, these are not session bottles. I can't sit down and drink a bunch of this. These are heavy, complex, high flavor. That high rye mash bill's got a good mouthfeel to it. It's something that
these are for what we're doing.
Right.
These are
little tastings,
or maybe a small 1 cube, just kind of hanging out. Shooting a breeze.
Yeah, for sure. It's a special pour bottle.
I'm gonna go. Hang on. Let me see the second one change in my opinion. Ooh, I like the second one even as good.
Nuttier to me. The more I drink it, the more nuttier it is. But
yeah, I don't say it's the first.
That first sip was pretty fruity, and now it's getting a little nutty.
I think it's higher than it is. I'm gonna go 110.
116. You're pretty close.
Damn.
You're pretty close.
That's still pretty out. That's still 6 off. Though,
it's.
But I'm now getting the now.
Yeah, the Bookers and the Knob Creeks and the higher proof Jim Beam products tend to get me here. You know, in the
was
chest.
That old tub that was really good. Real like $18 bottle, old tub, $7.50. I knew it would taste. I knew it was going to lowball it. It tastes, but from if you take out the information, I'm just going off the nose and the mouth. And forgetting the information. I probably should have gone. I said I was going to lowball it.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
So this is a Boo Rye. It's a blend of bourbon and rye. It's not it's not heavy one way or the other. The 2-year does not shine through. I don't get any youthful, grainy, bready flavor. I don't get it in the nose. I don't get any of that. So it's a very interesting blend.
This color looks like you just found gold.
The colors are outrageous. I mean, that's a really, really flavorful.
There's gold in them there heels.
The nose on this one completely different.
Wow.
So you are jumping straight out of a quintessential Jim Beam Boo Rye into something that is almost exclusively rye. It's got some 18-year bourbon in it, probably not much. I would think for
this rye you would get up the nose,
but no,
and it's not.
It's not. If
you handed me this saying this is a full rye, I would say you're full of shit.
This, when people say that's floral, like it said on the note, that's what floral is. When you smell that, and it's kind of like.
Now, see, when I read floral, because I do other things, I'm not just a whiskey guy, guys. I thought floral like gin.
Oh no,
gin floral.
No, this is like grass floral. It is. The predominant nose you'll get out of rye is like grass, fresh cut grass or hay.
It makes sense. Whiskey, cowboys, getting your steak on. Yeah, I get it.
I get a lot of mint. I'm getting a ton of mint.
You get mint, yeah.
But definitely grassy. And if I was completely blind.
That's so funny. Now you say that, now I smell it. When you're in Soren.
Mm-hmm.
And you go down with the elephants and you get that grass smell.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it smells like.
Yep. But that's a good way if somebody puts something in front of you dead blind. If you get those notes, it's probably all rye or heavy rye forward. In older rye. Younger ryes, I don't generally get that note. That's that older rye. I think this is what this said. 7-year, 11-year, and 18-year rye. And it's got some old rye. Ryes don't generally age that long. You know, you're hard pressed to find a rye on the shelf over 6 years.
Really?
Think about all the stuff we drank in the last year, like the Pikesville rye. I think it was right at 4. The Black Dirt rye was right at 4. E.H. Taylor is rumored to be between 5 and 6. They don't disclose, but they don't age ryes very, very long. Cheers.
What I love about what we do here is that he'll say something like, "Oh, now I do smell that," and then vice versa. I love that. That's why we do it. Ooh,
that is a very polarizing bottle. We opened it up for about 8 guys the other weekend, and it was pretty split down the middle. Loved it or absolutely not for me.
Don't hate it, but
this is one of those ones that I would suggest you try to find and drink before you shell out the 170-ish bucks. Because if you don't like that winter greeny, minty,
Christmassy
rye notes, and the Booker's is going to run a little hot to begin with, this is not going to be for you. I personally enjoy it in this bottle. I've had it in other bottles and I don't like it as much, but for this one specifically, I think it's delicious.
Second one's better.
Yeah, it's
the second taste is better.
It's deep, man. That is a deep, complex.
I would say, don't get mad, kids. I could get down on this. A couple ice cubes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be a really pleasant experience.
I mean, I do that with Stag Junior. I can't drink Stag Junior.
Oh, hell no!
It gives me heartburn. I put a little ice in it.
Got 131.9. I gotta put a little ice on it.
Yeah, a little chippy ice. Finish is outrageous. All over the mouth.
So all I'm smelling,
Just like
Christmas
lights going off your mouth.
is grass and pine.
Yeah.
I don't taste apricot.
Did you get any of the dill?
No. Oh, maybe that's what I'm tasting, the dill. Maybe
Instead of
that's what
pine, it's maybe
But
dill.
it's
not overwhelming.
No.
I have a Smoke Wagon single
It's
barrel
more
rye.
cooked dill than
like,
pickly
like
dill.
dill pickle water.
Yeah, it's more dill, like when you make it, when you have the mustard, the dill mustard.
Got it. Like dill is
dill cooking, just the spice or the herb of
the
dill.
herb as opposed to the pickle.
Then pickled, yeah.
Yeah, I have a Smoke Wagon single barrel rye that's straight pickle juice. I mean, it just tastes like you're drinking pickle juice. It's really not awesome. It was the first one I bought. I wasn't pumped about it. It's still sitting at the house. Anybody wants to come drink MGP sourced pickle juice? I've got the bottle for you.
This is interesting.
I think this is a really cool bottle. So remember when we did the rye video with Corey, and it was like Old Ezra rye. We did the E.H. Taylor rye. This is a rye I would throw in that to give people a different perspective on what rye can be.
Now that's funny because if you did that with those, I think we did 3 of those that day.
I forget what the third one was. Maybe it was the Knob Creek single barrel rye.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but if you did that and kept those 3 in the mix and just you'd be like, okay.
Yeah, this.
Hold on, what's going on?
This would be very different from all of those. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I got to burn because when it hit me, it hit the back, and I went, and then I hadn't swallowed yet.
Controversial statement of the day while he's mulling on this. I like Chapter 8 better than Chapter 5. I like the rye out of that Booker's more than I like the Boo rye.
I think they would taste great mixed.
Yeah, maybe. Blend a little of it and then let it sit.
I wouldn't kick either one of them out of bed. I'd be more cautious with this one. I'm going to go one. I'm going to keep 110. I'm going to go 110 again.
118.
Oh, way off.
Yeah, a little higher.
Way off.
Yeah, a little higher. When I first had this,
sometimes when we do that,
it
it feels stronger. So sometimes it's not. It is, but it isn't.
Well, this one you got to be cautious coming to this one. It's mostly rye. You get a ton of rye spice. The finish is crazy. It lingers forever. It's everywhere.
Now, see, I like now that I've had this. I love the smell now.
Oh, it's awesome. When I had this at the tasting the other night, though, it was like my 6th or 7th pour of the evening, and so I was able to pick up on that pickle note pretty quick. I don't taste it all tonight. That's a fresh crack. Ed just opened it before we cut the camera on. We sat here and chit-chatted.
Yeah,
we poured the glasses and chit-chatted for 10 minutes and had a little bit of air on it, right?
I just opened it.
I'm not getting any of that pickle this time around. It's
see, I think saying pickle is the wrong word.
Or dill, I should say.
Yeah, no, because I'm getting it, but it's not like gross. You out there don't like that pickle taste. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not getting that. I'm getting. It's good.
Yeah, that's a very interesting rye to have in your collection. That's something from Jim Beam, something that old, something that's a majority rye. It's rare.
This would be this. Hey, you like rye? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to find out if you really like rye. I'm going to like it. I like it. It's got. I just like the interestedness of it. It makes you think.
For sure.
Yeah, I like stuff that makes you go.
That is a complex pour.
I like stuff that you read, even if you do your research and you read, and then you say, I'm going to go for it, and you do it, and you go, that's even more than what I thought it would be, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saved myself a little bit of the bourbon just to go back to it, and
it's interesting. It's interesting.
This to me tastes very similar to a regular Booker's offering.
Yes.
It's elevated, but it's not light years. This is something completely different. That Chapter 8 is very, very different. Thick, complex, old.
This gets you in trouble though for what it is.
Yeah, this doesn't drink to that 1116
at all. No,
it's very, very good. Neither one of these are giving me any type of flushing or
even like heat in my cheeks or anything. It gave me a little here and now it's gone. Yeah,
the finish was great. It's still in my mouth. It's lingering.
It's a viscous.
I think that finish is lingering forever and a
day.
My
favorite word in the world. Viscous.
So. Hopefully this provides a little bit of information to y'all on that Chapter 8. If you see it at your local store and it's in your price range, now you know a little bit more about it. It is heavy, heavy rye. It is higher proof rye, and it is really old rye. So if that is not in your wheelhouse, don't spend the money. You're going to be mad. All right? You're just going to be disappointed.
But your friends might like you.
Yeah, your friends might like it. I haven't seen this one hit secondary yet. I can't imagine it's going to fetch too high of a price. With retail creeping up the way that it is, retail on this out the door for me was like right around 171, 172, something like that. Even
I know I was shocked when I saw that.
Yeah, even if you're getting 220, 230
I
secondary.
want to say I think it was 169
plus tax.
plus tax. Yeah, I think it was
like
the one. Yeah,
so maybe it's 181. Either way,
Jesus.
you ain't making no money off it. You make $50 off it, maybe, but like I guess if that's what you're into, knock yourself out. It's just not worth my time. I bought it to open it. I knew I wanted to drink it. I knew it was something that I don't have a ton of in my collection. I literally have 3 bottles of Booker's total, including these 2.
That's what he said when he bought it. He said, "Wait till we open this, dude." I'm like, "Let's go."
It's really, really cool, and it's something special.
So FYI, they're out there. I know for a fact that quite a bit of Publix got them.
Walgreens got them today. I saw people getting them at Walgreens today.
So go see your local Publix liquor specialist.
Mm-hmm.
Have a conversation.
Sure.
Don't be a bunny. And
it's got my nose running.
Have a and make a relationship with that particular person, and maybe you too can get one of these.
Yeah.
And on that note, my friends, have a great 4th of July weekend. This is actually going to be our 4th of July show because
I'm gone for a week.
He's gone and I work. So and when I get home, I'm not going to have time to do a show. So we'll see you on the next one. And remember to drink one for us. I'm going to scam one more from him before he leaves. And we're going to drink one for you. And we'll see you on the next one, my friends. If the machine works.